All right, you guys can start with me, then ask them, and I'll leave.
That's funny.
No, really.
Coach,
Sorry.
I know team has had some offensive struggles those last couple of games, but that the first quarter today.
It was impressive, wasn't it?
Well, what did you see, or was it, what was keeping the team from getting the shots to fall?
I wish I could tell you. I mean, we got to make some layups. And there's nothing more that I can say to them. Now it's just a matter of you've got to go out, continue to practice every single day, put the work in to get better, and they'll eventually go in. And in the second half, I thought Kylie and Liz both finished around the basket, which is what we have to do. And, I'm not expecting them to go 9 for 10. I mean, you are trying to shoot over somebody, but it's the ones where there's nobody there that we're missing, that we can't. So I thought in the second half they did a much better job, and hopefully we can use that to move forward, and you'll start to see improvement from what we do. I was asked about our rebounding. We get 22 offensive rebounds, but we only score 18 points because we miss, rebound, miss, and then they get the rebound. And then a couple times we'll put it back in on the third try. Well, it's all skewed. It looks great, but you're just getting your own. So our goal's always been to get between more than 15 second chance points. I could care less if we get 5 offensive rebounds and they all 5 lead to threes and we get our 15 points. But if we've got to continue to get 22, 23 of them to get 19 second chance points, then that's what we're going to have to do.
Narika came in and gave you some really quality minutes, a little more time than we're usually used to seeing her play. Just talk about her effort tonight.
Yeah, I thought she played with a little bit more freedom tonight, instead of being as worried about our structure, because that's one of the things that her and I talked about yesterday at practice is just the difference in the game. The game in Japan, the way they play compared to how we play, they don't traditionally have what you would call a true post player. So they play a lot more 5-out, pass and cut. The tempo to theirs is much faster than our game. And trying to just get her to play at the tempo that she's used to playing at. I was excited to see the 1-3 go in for her because she had some really good looks. And her teammates will tell you, she makes them in practice. She's in there shooting on the gun. And you just sometimes have to see one go in during the game. But if she can continue to bring that type of effort for us, then it's only going to help us. I thought she made some really nice passes. She ends up with 4 turnovers, and there's about two or three of them that we have to fix as a team that come on out of bounds plays, and that's just because we all don't know what we're supposed to do. And all it takes is one not to know, and then if you're the person throwing the ball in bounds, you're hung out to dry, and we have to fix that.
Defensively, I know this Chattanooga came in having some offensive struggles of their own, but was this probably the best you've seen your team play defensively?
I thought defensively we did a really nice job on the perimeter without fouling. We only fouled 11 times tonight, which I think could be a season low the past 2 years combined. You've got to be able to guard without fouling. So we only put him at the free throw line 10 times compared to, I think, 28 or 29 the other night. So that's what we have to continue to do. We've got a lot of work to do defensively because that's one of the things that we've taken a lot of pride in here, for the past 12 years is we're able to guard no matter who we play. And we're going to need everybody to buy into wanting to be a good defender because once we can do that, then our offense will get better too because we'll score a lot more when we can rebound the ball and run in transition.
You were 1 point away from a double-double tonight. Just kind of describe the way you played tonight.
Pardon?
You were 1 point away from a double-double tonight. Just kind of describe the way that you played this evening.
Yeah. I was just playing hard. Like Coach said, just wanted me to play hard on defense, and I was just doing my job, and I didn't even know I had 9 points. But, yeah.
She comes up with 11 rebounds, and I think she boxed out twice. It's pretty amazing. I mean, it really is. Like, I mean, I'll go back and look at the film, and I'm just like, she only boxed out. But if I can get her to do that at times, because there is something to be said about rebounding, and Monique Reed used to do the same thing. Mo used to pursue the ball, you know, and she did as well as anybody I've ever coached. You know, you can look at a shot and be like, hey, it's short. You know, why am I boxing out on the weak side if I know it's going to be short? You know, and those are things that I think E does a really nice job of at times. She can look at the trajectory of the ball and see where it's going to go. But if I can get her to buy into boxing out at times too, I mean, I think she can average 10 to 12 rebounds a night, which from a guard spot, if you can get that from a guard, you've got a chance to be really, really good, because I think she can get more offensive boards also, which will help her score.
Coach, you mentioned Dixon a few minutes ago, but you know, seeing her being able to convert on a couple of layups there in the third quarter, you know, how big was that for her?
Well, I think, I mean, if you saw her smile, I mean, I think it was really big. And I told her and Narika, I said, if when Liz makes a layup, we're calling a timeout. And I told Narika when she made a three, we would. But unfortunately, Narika's three came with under a minute to go in the game, and I wasn't going to call a timeout then. But I'm hoping this kind of gives her a little bit of confidence to get going. Because, you know, we scrimmaged UCLA before the year started, and she played extremely well against some very, very talented post players that UCLA has, score with her left and her right hand. We've got to get her back to that, because we need our post players to be able to score in the low post in order for our outside game to continue to open up and our guards to be able to do what they're able to do.
Dana, you were 8 for 12 tonight, 18 points. Just kind of assess the way you thought you played this evening.
I think it could have been better with, like, getting my teammates shots and getting people going. I think I got to start creating more for them than myself.
Elizabeth, you know, ask you the same question that I just asked Coach about, you know, your teammate at Georgia Tech, you know, seeing her being able to, you know, convert on the layup and kind of take the weight off her shoulders. How big was that, you know, for her?
That was really big for her. I was excited for her. I know she could. We all know she could hoop, and we all know she could score around the basket. She's just struggling, and it's normal. It's not nothing big, but I was excited. I was extremely excited for her to just see the shot going in and back-to-back shots. It was really big for her, and we all celebrated with her.
Coach, Dana was a little bit self-critical, perhaps not rightly so, but about getting her teammates more opportunities. Were you happy with the level of communication on the court, both offensively and defensively, or are you still seeing gaps there?
No, we have made some improvements, and that's what we have to continue to do. I mean, I talked to Dana at the one time out. She's still learning how to be a point guard. You know, in high school she had to score, and all because you're a certain size doesn't mean, oh, well, you're a point guard. You've always been a point guard. You're a pass-first point guard. Dana's a scorer. And what I've been trying to get her to do is get away from the ball. Get the ball up the floor and get opposite the ball. And she did it on 3 straight possessions, which led to 8 straight points for her. See, when we can get the ball out of her hands, when she gets the ball up the floor early and gets opposite, now all of a sudden everybody's worried about ball side. You know, it's what every coach teaches, guard the basket, the ball, and ball side. Well, now when it gets reversed, it happened once in the first half too. We're passing the ball much quicker now instead of holding on to it. In the first half, it's right down there. Jazz makes a great pass off an out-of-bounds play to Dana in the corner. She shot fakes because they're running out at her, because you got to respect her ability to shoot the three. She goes in for a layup. Second half, 3 straight possessions. She hits a 3, back-to-back threes off of ball reversal. And then the third one, they come flying out at her. She shot fakes and gets a layup. You know, that's what she's doing really well right now. She's scoring the basketball. So you'll see her continue to move off the ball some when Mikasa comes in the game. And then we'll continue to teach through film so she can not only be an elite scorer, but then she can also become an elite point guard. Because it's not easy. You know, being able to think one step ahead, one play ahead is not as easy as everybody thinks it is. But those are the areas where her court vision will improve also. Because as a scorer, you're always focused on the rim. Now, at that next step to become that point guard, you're also able to think, where's my next pass going, instead of looking at that rim and trying to score. But, that's one thing that I told my staff, too. Hey, we've got to – my whole philosophy is to put players in positions where they can be successful. And right now for Dana, it's more so of a score. Guys, thank you, everybody. You guys are awesome. See you on Sunday. Be a big game Sunday. Yeah. Real big.